don't care how, I want it now. I want the world, I want the whole world. I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. The gang's all here. It's time for beef jerky. No, you're not the first. First, when you come to Eddie's Funhouse. I remember Olivia. I love you too. Certain parts of our bodies have certain scents. One is I've started the live stream because I want my mom's friend to hurry up so that I can take out her garbage. And my mom's friend always calls when I'm doing a live stream. Sorry, but I was lagging a little bit. That's all right. Today is your mom's birthday. She would have been 75 today if she was alive. She died at 70. Okay. What was your mom's name? We can sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Birthdays are important. My dad's name is Bernie. He is 87 in a Palo Alto at the Veterans Hospital. Thank you for singing that. You're welcome. You are welcome. We can turn tears into joy. It's 2052, so it's 8:52 over there. Yes, rest in peace. Beef jerky tastes pretty good right now. I have teriyaki jerky. Hi there, new. It's 21:53, so it's 9 o'clock. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock there. This is like a time machine. When I start a live stream, it's like we're stepping into a time machine. We're going fast into the future. Almost 10 p.m. Beef jerky. You do WhatsApp. I do PayPal. Cash App. Someone told me to start a Cash App, and I haven't seen any cash yet. My Cash App is Eddie's Funhouse. My PayPal is on my... Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. If you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. You like that military time, don't ya? 21:54 in 6 minutes. For like an hour. You've been home for an hour? You gotta go? I love you too. We love Eddie. Not in a gay way. Oh, Emma's got to say goodbye. So you're in the Netherlands right now, huh? You said you were going on a plane trip. You won't be home in a half an hour. Bye. I've had a lot of tragic in my life. Yes, this is what we do. We alleviate the tragedy. Goodbye, Emma. We're gonna miss you. I like beef jerky right now. All I can think about is beef jerky. It's time for beef jerky. We just sang happy birthday to Mike B's mom. We must smile through the tears. You sprained your foot. Are you getting lots of rest now? Hello, Duda. The worst things that have happened this year: first, car crash; second, having a pain. Oh, too much going on right now. It's so I have to have surgery, almost dying. Wow. Thanks again. I miss my mom. I am on the bottle again. Pepsi to take away the pain. Do you remember me? Yes, I do remember Duda. I remember Duda. We're going to play some happy songs. Well, I'm going to leave. All right, Duda. Hello. It's a wrap. That's Rocket. That's the song. That song is called Rocket by Herbie Hancock. special needs. Are you a Superman fan? Hello, Bert. Quiz time. Guess my mouth and my birthday. Guess my month and birthday. How can we possibly know? A long time no live. I had one yesterday. Tararabundier, I had one yesterday. Read mine. Oh, sorry, missed that. Read yours. I already did. Guess my month and birthday. That's personal information. How have you been? I've been okay. Just weathering the mental and emotional storms that have been going on. You have to go because you have 8% battery. Okay. I always have my battery on the charger. My battery's right now on the charger. Mental storm. There are things that can start a mental storm. Things that are overwhelming. I think what helps is to focus on right now. Just focus on right now. What you're manifesting right now. Sometimes I get too caught up in what's going to happen or what I hope doesn't happen. And that's what causes a mental storm. I need to open my happy box. This is my personal happy box. There we go. See, I feel happy already. I feel happy already. I'm going to leave the happy box open today. Everyone should have a happy box. Unless you're pondering on the theory of everything. Tom. What's that guy's name? Somebody wrote a book on the theory of everything. He was once a bouncer. The guy has like a 200 IQ. I think he wrote a book called The Theory of Everything. And then there was another guy who wrote a book called My Big Toe. He was a guy who worked with Robert Monroe. And he has some theories on quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement, quantum jumping. It's interesting how we come up with theories on reality. Yeah, in a way, you are. That's right. Pondering on personal things. Yes. Hello, it's Juliet. Let's do some snake charming, shall we? Tonight we're having turkey. We're having turkey and stovetop. in the form of sliced turkey or turkey slices. We're going to heat it all up in the microwave. It only takes a few minutes to make stovetop. After the stovetop is made, then add the gravy. No, no, no. I think it's the floor giving us a mental storm. A mental storm. Have you heard of the Telltale Heart? It was Edgar Allan Poe. He wrote some pretty interesting stories. One that actually came true about some cannibals on a boat. I know you were saying you're sick. You must have caught a summer cold. That's right. Flute time. Flute music. Oh yeah, the flute is giving a mental storm. I should take lessons. Hello, Rick. That's right, Bart Simpson. Don't have a cow. You saw my sing it? I think you freaky and I like you a lot. You're pretty goof. Oh, you're pretty good? When Johnny comes marching home. You knew that song by it's pronounced or it's interpreted or no, the way or no, the answer, aunt word, the aunt word. They were the ones who sang that song. I think you freaky and I like you a lot. The girl sings this, I think her name is Choppy from South Africa. Hi, hi, hi there, my little droogies. Come with your uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil's trombones. You are invited. I think I'm getting tired. Hello, David. Hello, David. It takes some concentration to do this right. Langdon. Langdon, I think his name, Chris Langdon, or Langan. He's the guy who he has his thoughts about God and about it's pretty interesting to listen to him talk about speak on subjects. I think we need to listen to more people with higher IQs. What are family-owned restaurants? They are owned by families, and I think there are still some. They're called mom and pop stores, but I think Walmart is kind of destroying that. Yeah, if you talk through the flute, you get tired. That's right. Talk flute. Talk through the flute. Okay, I think that's enough for now. No, no, no! No, 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 no. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. You should do much better conversing. We will converse then. We will conversation. You sound so much better conversing. Do I sound smarter when I'm conversing? Let us converse. Let us talk about, speak on subjects. I think my neuroplasticity is starting to become like bubblegum. My brain feels like bubblegum today. I wonder what I've done. I had biscuits and gravy this morning, and then I was soon hungry again. Mom is doing fine. She's tolerating me. She hasn't thrown anything yet. She hasn't screamed at me yet. So I think she's doing all right. I just thought I would do a live today. It seems like I'm getting a pretty good turnout. All of 9 people showed up for my live streams. This show is 2 years old now, and I hope it gets better than this. I hope more people start to take interest in Eddie's Funhouse. I think dementia has set in. I think the dementia, I'm noticing some signs, I guess of I'll be 57 years old in a few days. Hello, Ivan. Oh, it's Avin. Avin, I think that's how it's said. Do you remember your first high school kiss? I didn't get many high school kisses. I lived in a small town. It was around the time Footloose came out. There was a movie called Footloose, and I was a churchgoer in high school in the 80s when cocaine was his drug of choice, and but there wasn't. Yeah, in a small town, it was like I was living Footloose. So yes, we were always told to wait until marriage. So I was doing what I was told to some degree. I had many, Ed. You had many kisses during high school? You're making me jealous. The second, oh, the second A is silent. Okay, so it's Avin. Avin, Avin. Why do they bother putting letters in a word if it's silent? How does that happen? There are letters should make sounds, but some letters don't make sounds. They're just there. Prom is short for promenade. Yeah. Prom, I guess that's when a lot of girls become women and boys become men during the prom. I guess there's a lot of memories involved in a prom. Hi, Eddie. Hello and welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Hello, Shoba. Kesseho. Eddie with an I. I know. Prime rib is delicious. Have your knife and fork ready. Possum. I do remember you. You're okay. I guess I'm doing okay. As long as I can calm the mental storm. It's becoming a challenge sometimes to calm the mental storm. I really would like to prescribe to you meditation. Meditation helps. Sometimes the mind needs to shut down. We need to shut down the mind and start listening to the heart more. And no, isn't setting in. Oh, dementia isn't setting in. You're just bored and isolated. So the mind wanders. I know. The mind needs to be entertained. If it's not entertained, then it gets bored. Boredom, not dementia. And focus. How can I stay focused? There's so much going on. And it's hard to focus on what you need to focus on. Who was the voice of the Shredder? I really don't know. That was a long time ago. Shredder is the villain in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then there was the Inspector Gadget. Also had a villain with a deep voice. They had a live action movie that was depicting Inspector Gadget. Matthew Broderick played Inspector Gadget. Go, go, Gadget legs! Don Adams, I think he was the voice for Inspector Gadget. Hey, Ed. Oh, it's your birthday? Oh, oh my, 2 birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Shoba. It's not every day you have a birthday. Just once a year, you get to celebrate your birthday. No, no, no. It's not dementia, it's boredom. It's taking on too much water. I'm taking on too much water. Water weight gain. Hey, Ed, flies are annoying. I was going number 2 and they wouldn't stop flying around my ear. Oh my! Yes, they can get very annoying. Fly swatter. You should own at least 1 fly swatter. 1 for each, no, 2. 1 for each end of the house. So you can quickly grab a fly swatter. I've noticed when I grab a fly swatter, all the flies disappear. You're welcome. Shoba is from India, where they say namaste. That means I bow to the divine in you. We need to say that here more often. We need to recognize that we have divine in us. That's right. It's it really is. Mind the cheese itself. Oh, the chases itself. No end. Yeah, it gets dizzy. It chases itself. That's why we must quiet the mind. If we quiet the mind, then the universe can do its job. The mind is always interrupting things because the mind thinks it knows better. Thoughts on snails? Some people eat snails. There's a dish called escargot, special kind of snail. And then there are slugs. Slugs, I think, are just homeless snails. Snails and slugs. And then there are sea cucumbers. But snails, don't pour salt on snails. That's so cruel. Mom is doing good. I swat I could. Oh, wait a minute. Dude, that is so true. I had a fly in my room right when I grabbed the fly swatter, I couldn't find him. They have so many eyes. Have you noticed? Yeah, they see you. They're watching you to see what you do. You know what I found? If you just light a candle in the room, and the fly will go right into that candle. Moths are kind of like flies, or flies are kind of like moths in that respect. I was sitting in my room, a fly was buzzing around annoying me, and I lit a candle, and I watched the fly go into the flame, and then it was engulfed. Then I saw the fly body in the wax. Fly body. You should take up weightlifting. The French, that's right. Haha, good one. Thoughts on French women? Oh, I've heard about French women. They're talked about in Canada. They say, where are the French girls? I guess French girls are a lot nicer, I guess. I've never experienced. Some French have blonde hair. Some French have dark hair. There's a girl named Leo that I listened to. She's during the 80s. She was pretty popular. I think she's still writing songs. She sings a song called Banana Split. Banana Split. Banana, banana, banana split. Yeah, she goes by Leo, I think. That's her stage name. Okay, well, have a good day, Shoba. I will. I'll say hi. Shoba says hi. That takes the new meaning of a moth. That's right. They'll go right into the flame. I wish I knew that. Now I know if a fly is buzzing around in the room, just light a candle. Usually one of those pillar candles. The fly will go right in there. I wonder if they're distant relatives or something. Moth to a flame. Yeah, I noticed that. The fly, I watched it go right into the flame. Hold on. The term bird brains, does that mean the bird? You know what I think? Because crows are birds, and crows are quite intelligent. They have the intelligence of a 7-year-old. They're very, so bird brain, I think they assume, because the bird has a small brain, that it's not intelligent. But I guess it's not the size of the brain, it's how much of it you use. Because some people have enormous brains, they just don't use, say we use 10% of our full brain capacity. That's why I like binaural beats. Binaural beats, it it does a hemisync, hemispheric synchronization, and hemispheric synchronization gets more of your brain to start working, to start doing things. Eddie, what's your eye color? Brown. My eyes are brown because I am German and Scottish. A lot of Scottish people have brown eyes. My eye color. Can you not tell my eye color? I think I don't get close enough. Thoughts on Abe Lincoln? They called him Honest Abe. And you know what? He dreamt about his assassination. He said in his dream, he had a dream somebody was shot. And he asked, who was shot? And he said, the president. So, yeah. And John Lennon also predicted his death. John Lennon of the Beatles. He said, I'll probably be popped off by a loony. That's interesting. It'd be interesting to have foresight or a premonition of how exactly you're going to die. So pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams tell you things. My eyes are brown too. I am Native American. Oh, wow, indigenous, yes. My relatives are the Crow tribe. And yeah, I like listening to the Native Americans. They some yeah, they're called the natives to America. But it wasn't America until Amerigo Vespucci. That was where America, the name came from. Brown. Most intelligent. Well, thank you. That's you're you're off to a good start. Thoughts on the Beatles song Sweet Lord. Oh yeah. My Lord, Hare Krishna, Kripuru Krishna. Oh my Lord. It's a good song to relax to. That's a relaxing song. It's Lord Vishnu. Yeah. Or no, Krishna. Krishna is, yeah, he's like a protector. Or there's Vishnu, Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. Krishna, Hare Krishna. There's a, yeah. They used to hang around at the airport singing Hare Krishna. But Krishna is a god, a Hindu god. Yeah. Brown eyes are most intelligent. You missed my message about French women. Oh, yes, I may have. Let's see. You had a message about French women. Let's see where I can find that. You asked if I've seen a French woman, or if I've thoughts on French women. Okay, Moth to a Flame. I guess I did miss it. I guess we'll have to repeat it. That's a lot. There's a lot to go through here. I feel like a court stenographer. I think I did miss it. Okay, there's Rima. Hello. Oh, oh. Thoughts on Ringo Starr? Ringo Starr is the drummer for the Beatles. Ringo Starr was also in a movie called Caveman. I think he's one of the two Beatles. Him and Paul McCartney are still alive. You are German and you're trying your best to speak English. You're doing a good job? Good job. Ich bin Deutsch. Yeah. Wie geht's? They used to say wie geht es Ihnen? But now they just say wie geht's. It's like a greeting. it's okay. I basically said, don't go to France looking for one because I heard stories about those women getting freaky with 20 dudes. So they have an appetite. American women aren't like that. It's all about, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you meet and how frisky they are. They call it frisky or yeah. Some women are mostly uh, they don't want to be called the S word, you know. So they try not to be promiscuous. It's interesting to watch the behavior of the female. Thoughts on the song Octopus's Garden? In an octopus's garden in the sea. There's also Yellow Submarine. I think it's by the Beatles also. Octopus's Garden. That was depicted or talked about in on the Muppet Show. I think they did that song. Everybody Who Was Everybody was on the Muppet Show. And Sesame Street. I just heard how Jim Henson died. Jim Henson had an infection that could have been treated. And yeah, Jim Henson brought a lot of good things to the world. He brought the Muppets, he brought Sesame Street, he brought Labyrinth, he brought, what other shows were there? Star Wars. I think he worked in Star Wars too. They throw parties in France where they all, oh really, left and right, there's freak going on. I think you freaky and I like you a lot. I know, where am I during those parties? I'm just not there. I'm not where those parties are. Yes, that's good for the adult show. We should have an, I want to try to have an adult show. That'd be interesting to discuss different cultures. What goes on when we cross borders, when we go into other countries? What would you like to be a part of? What would we like to be a part of? Because that's why we left Britain. We left Britain because we were prudes. You know, we were very religious people. The ones who left Britain to come to America. That's where some of the witch hunts happened in Salem. So yeah, we don't know what it's like to have, uh, free reign or being able to get freaky. We can't get freaky when you're too religious. But then religion, people look for religion because it's ingrained in us. We don't know anything else. All we know is to try to get closer to God. But I say spend time in nature. That's a good way to get close to God. Eddie, have you seen Fireball? No, I haven't. America is a standalone other countries to do to things too much different the and sometimes better than we do. I know we need to learn from other countries. There's so many things that we're doing. For example, Australia, they say we live to work. We live to work instead of working to live. And there's, like we should learn from other countries to make this country better. I think we're just so set in our ways. We don't see any reason to change, but we really do need to change. And then some countries might learn from us what not to do, eat more healthy food, you know. We're known for being fat. We're known for being loud. I listen to people talk about us when we go to other countries. Americans are loud and arrogant and unhealthy, or fat. We're known for being fat. If that was an Olympic sport, we'd probably win gold. But then there are some good things about America. People who have gone to other countries, they say, I'm glad I'm back in America. No, just lazy. Yeah, laziness. Lazy or tired. I think a lot of us are tired. We're tired of working all the time. It starts to affect our mental health. Having to work all the time. We can't spend time with our families. We can't spend time, we can't be there with our families when somebody passes away or is in the hospital. I mean, poorly, most of us are fat, and the best athletes in the world come from the USA. Yeah, that's one thing to consider. Would we would we really put our mind and the military? I've heard some good things about our military. You know, hope that an American is on your side, or hope that an American is working with you whenever there's a war going on. Hello, Saber. Oh yeah, I remember you. Hello, hello. Saber, like the sword, like a lightsaber. Yeah, I missed you. Yes, I thought you wouldn't come back, but you did. That's right. We're a closely knit family. Eddie's Funhouse. It's starting to get sunny outside. I'd like yes and no. I'm being followed up with a no. I like pizza. I like the combination pizza or supreme with the black olives, with the bell peppers. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. Yeah, I guess we do have an upside. Have a good day, Saber. Sad to see you go so soon. So I guess we do produce good athletes. We got some good wrestlers. We got some good boxers. We got some good MMA fighters all over the world. I guess everybody has certain good attributes, good things going on. We've got a thing going on. Who is Michael Jordan? He's a basketball player. Michael Air Jordan. Or Michael Jordan. I think that wasn't it Air Jordan? Yeah, Michael Jordan. Larry Bird. MMA is all, yeah, it is. Mixed martial arts. It's about the octagon. Bow to your sensei. Like Napoleon Dynamite. Bow to your sensei. You think somebody wants a roundhouse kick to the head with wearing one of these bad boys? It was Rex Kwon Do. That's where that came from. Thoughts on National Basketball Association? I guess some people are into it. It turns out there's a basketball card with the Menendez brothers in it. The Menendez brothers were people who killed their parents, but their parents were abusing them. And there is a basketball card with them sitting in the audience in the front, right in the front. That's probably going to be that's a very rare card. And then there's baseball cards, football cards. And people, just like comic books, they collect things like that. National Basketball Association. They have a big following, just like the NFL, National Football League. So many acronyms. People who like the acronyms are the military. What time is it right now? It is 4:39. I'm going to have to check up on my mom's friend. I was supposed to help her today. You're a big fan? NBA? Yeah, that keeps a lot of people going. I like having something to look forward to. Also, concerts, watching concerts or being there, being a part of a huge concert. I went to see Rob Zombie and Korn, and I've also been to a Guar concert back when Dave Brookie was the front man. I think that was when they were first starting out. Thoughts on the basketball team, the Jazz? The Utah Jazz? The Jazz need a chip as well. Overdue. Yes. Same with the Hornets. Yes. I think they each have a season. There's basketball season, football season, baseball season, duck season, rabbit season. Eddie, bench or mountain? Beach or mountain? I sometimes like the mountains. I like them both. If I could head to the beach, there's some days where I go, this is a good beach day. This is a really good beach day. Or being up in the mountains, as long as it's not a blizzard, as long as there's no blizzards. Blizzards, I tried to walk through a blizzard one time. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. That's scary when you don't know what direction you're going. There's no knowing where we're rowing, which direction we are going. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? There are about 7 to 8 teams that never won the championship. Well, you have a good day, David Rish. Have you ever traveled? No, it's something I want to do. I've always wanted to go to Scotland or Ireland or England or maybe Italy. There's a lot of places I haven't been yet. I better hurry up. I better hurry up and get out there. Mexico is the only place I've been that was not America. Everywhere I've been has been America. You played football one day after a blizzard when I lived in ND. Blizzards. It's scary when you can't open your door or you go to your car and your car door is frozen shut. We had that here in Georgia. I never thought I'd see the day. Yeah. I'll have to open my piggy bank. Open my piggy bank and see how much money I got. I could do a GoFundMe. Say, I want to go to another country. I think it's not a good idea to go this late in life. Scotland. A lot of castles in Scotland. A lot of rich history in Scotland. My mom's pastor went to Scotland and told some stories about some of the islands or, I think that's what should be part of school. School should be, when you go to school, you should be able to go to other countries and see what it's like in other countries. You meant Scotland. That's right. There was a pub. There was an Irish pub in Old Sacramento that I went to, and it makes you feel like you're in also a British pub. You are Chippewa, so many native land is in North Dakota. Yes, haven't been there. in 10 years, don't go there. It's nothing but meth heads. Isn't that, I think that's on purpose. I think that's what, we don't do much to stop drug problems. We just want, we want crime, it seems. They don't do anything to keep drugs out of, yeah, especially, I have my theories on that. I have my like Alaska. Alaska was bought from Russia, but then there's the people who, the indigenous people of Alaska, they made sure they found alcohol. They made sure they found it. They made sure they got alcohol to them. Instead of saying, no, we're not going to give them alcohol because that could be bad. Hey, Bart, I was just warning y'all, don't go. Yeah, don't go there. People will do a lot of things to get meth. They will sell their bodies. They will steal. We had that in California. California had a lot of people, yeah, meth and crack. Crack was another thing. Everybody had like rotten, sunken cheeks, rotten teeth, sunken cheeks, screaming at their kids. Nice was about Chippewa in, oh, North Dakota. North Dakota. There's the Dakotas and the Lakotas. I knew some people who were Lakota. They're in California. And then there's the Navajo. It's nice meeting indigenous people, you know. I was like watching the documentaries and videos. Yeah, North Dakota. I remember my uncle would go to Sundance, and he would talk about the experiences there. That's a lot of our culture that I hope never dies. Or, yeah. It's amazing what history hides from us. History doesn't tell us everything. You should take up weightlifting. Really do. Yes. I had open heart surgery, so I don't think I'd be able to do a lot of bench presses because I don't want to crack my chest open. I was into weightlifting in high school. Every Friday we would be allowed to pump iron. Most native have something against white men, but I've done my research. My tribe worked closely with the white man, and we lived in Canada. That too, yes, Canada. And you know what? The Crow worked closely with the. They knew their strategies. You know, there's some good things and bad things about just history in general and how we treat each other. There's a lot more good stories, I think, but it all depends on who tells the stories. Who tells the stories, and they say history is written by the winners. And it'd be interesting to see, because it's all to pit us against each other sometimes. Because I've heard some stories, you know, but anyways, it's almost like you need permission to speak freely. Permission to speak freely. But then when you speak freely, nobody wants to, nobody lets you talk. When you talk about, you know, what really happened when all the Spanish settlers came, started forcing people to dig up gold, you know, or or encroach on territories. It's a love-hate relationship. Because you hear about the Cherokee, the Shoshone. It depends on what tribes and what tribes did what in our history. But then when you want the real story, you got to do your own research. You got to talk to people who actually know. In a lot of oral history, a lot of history it's not written in books. It's told through generations. So if you want to get the real story, you got to talk to people and hopefully they trust you. They trust you with that knowledge. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know because they don't let us know for good reasons. If you can't lift weight, you should try calisthenics. Yeah, that really helps. That's what they were trying to do in physical education. Okay, we're going to do some sit-ups. We're going to do some push-ups, jumping jacks, just getting out and taking a walk. Because you get all that oxygen that you're not getting when you're sitting in your house or when you're driving around, driving up from drive-through window to drive-through window. Hello. I guess I'll talk to you all tomorrow. This has been fun. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe you can all learn something about doing exercises. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California, he was trying to push that. He was trying to tell people, get out and do some physical education, do some physical, get out there and be physical, do some walking, running, jumping, do something besides just drink milkshakes and eat hamburgers. Yeah. You were here yesterday. All right, well good. I'll be seeing more of you then. So yes, get out and breathe some air. Cool. Don't chase your mind. Chasing your mind is what do they call that? It's a Sisyphus, that guy who's pushing the boulder up the side of the hill and it just rolls back down the hill and he's got to start pushing it back up again. All right. Yeah, wasted energy. Let's not have wasted energy. Okay, have a good day, everybody. I'll stop chasing my mind. Loyal fan to you. Showed up as much as Mike. That's right. Has anybody seen? Yeah, that's a Porky's joke. Has anybody seen? Yeah, we got to do an adult show. I need liberty. We need liberty to do an adult show and talk about adult things. Because sometimes kids like to join Eddie's Funhouse. And we don't want to upset any children. Okay, I guess it's supper time in some places. Have a good day.